Namaste. My name is Uwe Zimmer. I'm International Meditation Master. Today I want to speak about how to stop caring what other people think and finally become free. The trap we are all born into. If we care what other people think about us, we can never be happy, authentic, or creative. That is not an opinion, it is a law of human psychology. But here's the problem. We are biologically programmed to care. For 100,000 years, humans survived only in tribes. If the tribe rejected you, you died. No food, no protection, no mate. Rejection meant death. That ancient survival mechanism is still running in your nervous system. When someone disapproves of you, your brain treats it like a threat to your life. Everybody does so. You are not weak for caring, you are human. So guess I did it with dating so. I was scared to get rejected. Ah! Oh my God. Okay. You are and later, okay. You are not weak for caring, you are human. But if you stay trapped in that ancient program, you will never be free. The mask we all wear. To avoid rejection, we learn to become people pleasers. We change our personality to make others comfortable. We avoid confrontation at all costs. We say yes when we mean no. We hide our true opinions. We shrink ourselves to fit into spaces that were never designed for us. We trade our authenticity for approval. I was a stutterer. I couldn't speak anything. I learned to speak fluently with 6 or 7 years. But when I spoke, I was always honest, and then I got always punished. Because I could not be different than authentic. And it works for a while. You get along, you are liked, you are safe. But inside you are dying when you try to fit in. Because every time you betray yourself to please someone else, you lose a piece of your soul. That I really can see. The cost of fitting in. Here is the truth. If you are with people where you can be yourself, you feel energized and creative. If a group drains you, it is because you are performing, not living. If a group drains you, it is because you are performing, not living. You like to be liked more than you like to be true. And today, it's everywhere so. How many likes have you got now? And depression is the highest today, at all times. Kurt Cobain said it best: I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for what I am not. Or a therapist said, when all people hate you, you have done something good for yourself. That is not arrogance, that is survival of the soul. The validation trap. You will always crave social validation because we are programmed so. You cannot eliminate that need. It is part of being human. But you can change who you seek validation from. If you seek approval from people who are shallow, fearful, or conventional, you will become shallow, fearful, and conventional. If you surround yourself with people you admire, people who are authentic, brave, honest, you will receive validation for being exactly who you are. And let other people be themselves. Even my girlfriend. And she hits very hard to me. But I saying all the time to this time, it's the best what you can do. And the best of me, don't react. She could be honest. The best is I just stand it, get abused. Then I do good things for me and good do things for her. Easy, no? Choose your tribe wisely. Leaders don't care, and that is why they lead. A true leader or artist does not care what other people think about them. Otherwise he cannot make art. No? Not because they are arrogant, because they have to make decisions that are uncomfortable. They have to go where others are afraid to go. They have to say what others are afraid to say. If a leader craves approval, they cannot lead. They can only follow the crowd. As leader, you have to do so. But here is the distinction. They can still care for people, they just don't care what people think. You see, a good leader is a father and a mother. And the father and mother has to be also honest, supportive, and give the right motivation. And I said, oh, if you cannot do it, I do it. No problem. And then I could do it. Simple. No? But you have to point out where the mistake is, regardless if they like it or not. That is the difference between a leader and a people pleaser. The blindness of the crowd. Over 50% of the Americans voted for Trump, a man widely viewed outside the USA as a chronicle liar, corrupt, moral bankrupt. How is that possible? Because most people cannot think for themselves. They need a leader to think for them. They are afraid not to do what the group wants. And nobody could understand it also from the USA. This is not a political statement, that is a psychological observation, and this is true for every nation, for every country. In school we are taught, the teacher, rule number 1, the teacher is always right. Rule number 2, if the teacher is not right, apply rule number 1. Oh, now you have learned something. Yeah? We are trained to obey, not to question, to follow, not to lead, to conform, not to create. And then we wonder why we care so much about what others think. How to stop caring. The practical steps. Realize you are not that important. Most people are not watching you. They are too busy worrying about what other people think of them. It is just so. Your mistakes are not center stage. They are background noise. This is liberating. You are free to fail because almost no one will notice. But all people think, no, I'm on the stage. I'm the most important. Even I've lived on the stage. No? My God. As in India all the time, so we had to go on the stage and help our guru and so on in front of 20,000-30,000 people. I don't know how many hours or days I was on the stage, maybe 1 month, 2 months or 3 months all together or more. Then you don't care. Do uncomfortable things in groups. You cannot defeat fear by thinking about it. You defeat it by acting. Start expressing yourself in groups. Say what you actually think. Disagree. Share something personal. Show your real emotions. The first few times it will feel like this. Your heart will race. You will want to run. Do it anyway. Every time you survive, the fear gets smaller. So I've seen a YouTube from a therapist, and he gave a guy a list for dating. No? And he went to a model agency. No? And then he had 10 questions. And go to every, and one question was, what kind of boss you are looking? You see, if you have done the work like this guy, then the fear is away. Do it anyway. Every time you survive, the fear gets smaller. Step 3, date, even if it terrifies you. Two people interact through screens. They have unlearned how to approach a stranger. Will the girl kill you if she rejects you? I never have seen such thing. Just what to see. These 10 questions were so awful. He had done it with every girl there. And we could not laugh. No? So stupid question. But after that, relaxed. But if you don't try, you have already failed. If you don't date, do you want to be a failure? For sure not. And this said the guy, no voice, no arms, no legs, or no arms, no voice. He said, how you find your woman, your wife? I told myself, if I don't try it, I fail in any way. And this guy found a beautiful Asian woman. Okay. If not, go to that girl you like and ask for a date. Then join a therapy group, what I did. The best way to become authentic is to practice being authentic. Therapy groups, whether they are about genetics, encounter, primal, or tantra, force you to express your emotions fully in front of others. You learn that every emotion is acceptable, that you can be angry, sad, scared, or joyful and still be loved. Once you learn that, you can be authentic everywhere. I did it, and it worked. Filter people out. If people don't like you or hate you, good. Those are not your people. Don't try to win them over. Don't trick yourself to please them. Ignore them. I don't want to be with the wrong people, so I filter them out directly. I looked at, I'm totally authentic, and if they don't like that, bingo. This is not rejection, it is selection, and it has worked my entire life. My story, from hell to freedom. My childhood was hell, but they never broke me. I decided that when I could leave the terrible family, I would, and I did. The good thing about that hell was this: I learned to go my own path regardless of what anyone said. Still, approaching women was terrifying for me. I went through years of therapy. Biogenetics, encounter groups, private, tantra. After all that work, something shifted. I didn't have to approach women anymore. They started chasing me. Not because I became handsome or rich, because I became real. And real is magnetic. The final truth: you will always care little, that is you, but you can change what you care about. Stop caring about the approval of people who don't matter. Stop caring about your own truths. Start caring about the people who love you for who you actually are. If you live for applause, you die for criticism. Live for your own soul instead. Then 10. A challenge for you. Today, do something that scares you. Speak your truth in a group. Ask someone out. Wear something that expresses who you are. If they react you, you survive. If they accept you, you win. If you do nothing, you lose every time. Choose courage, choose authenticity, choose you. Thank you that I could speak about this, and bye.